Hi, this is Ken McCarthy, and we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of the System Seminar this year. It started in 2002, and to celebrate, I am reading chapters from the book, The System Club Letters. What is the System Club? Originally, it was limited exclusively to people who took the System Seminar training. But when I stopped giving the System Seminar training to the public and put all my consulting behind closed doors, I did open up the System Club to any serious internet marketers who want to join. This book was written in 2005. Unless you think it's outdated, think about this. Scientific Advertising was written in 1923, and people are still reading it. And I've read a bunch of chapters already, and I have yet to come across anything that's dated. Now, this chapter is interesting because, again, the book was written in 2005, and I'm talking about internet video. If you know your internet history, you know there was no internet video in 2004 to speak of. It was a highly technical, esoteric, rare thing. And that changed slightly in 2005 with the YouTube embed code, the video embed code, video player embed code. But how many people jumped on it? I can tell you from experience, very, very, very few. And I gave a talk once to a really bright group of people. It was put together by Perry Marshall, and I told everybody, now's the time, guys, get in it. Be an internet video guy because this is the future. And at the end of my talk, I said, okay, you've heard me talk. How many think I'm full of it? And half of them raised their hands. Looks like they were wrong. Anyway, let's read this chapter written in 2005. Just wanted to give you that perspective. Okay, I admit it. I'm obsessed with internet video. I call it the archive. What it really is a semi-organized walk-in closet packed floor to ceiling with remnants of all kinds of internet stuff I've been involved with over the years. And actually the archive has grown considerably. It's now a 10 by 10 foot storage unit. Remember, this book was written a while ago. One of my prized possessions in the archive is my complete collection of issues of the Internet Gazette. All 4 of them. The Internet Gazette was an 8-page newspaper I published briefly in San Francisco in late 1994 and early 1995. Each edition had 25,000 copies. I know, I personally loaded the truck myself when each new issue came out. Those were in the pre-spine injury days. Anyway, I was looking at the Gazette the other day, and what do you think I put on the cover of the premiere issue published in October of 1994? 2 articles. One about the threat of downloadable music to the music industry called "The Music Industry is Dead. Long Live Music." The other, you guessed it, video on the internet. Are you crazy, Ken? I remember the incredulity of multimedia whiz Hank Duderstadt, who I commissioned to write the article, which I believe was the very first article on internet video ever written. You want me to write about that? Why? Nobody can do that. That being put video on the internet. Believe me, in 1994 that was not happening. You could barely get audio on the internet. You know, a 3-minute song might take a half hour to download. My answer to Hank, who was a smart guy, but someday we will be able to, and when they can, it will be the most powerful thing on the internet. Let's be ready. Among other things, Hank's article contained hints, these bits of practical advice like this. Playing back a 4 megabyte video clip can take almost half an hour with typical 14.4 bits per second modem. And this, there are few tasks to rival the frustration of trying to get decent looking video to play back on a computer screen. So you can see video on the internet has been an obsession of mine for quite a while. Now's the time. For reasons too complex to go into here, I believe internet video is on the verge of the mother of all breakouts. When it reaches critical mass, it's going to have a profound effect on the way the internet is used to sell. Do you mean I invented the video sales letter? Looks like I did. I didn't even realize that I did. I didn't even think about it, but I guess I did. We've already seen the internet go from black and white text to text with color illustrations to text with sound. And don't forget, the System Seminar was the first place that people had push-button audio on the internet. Yes, you could get audio on the internet, but you had to have a player. We were the first ones to figure out how to put a button on, and you just push it and you'd get your audio. Anyway, the next wave, the video wave, could be most laden with opportunity. If you want to watch this wave closely as it forms and follow developments in internet video, go to my blog. Yes, I had a blog on internet video in 2005 called systemvideoblog.com. I honestly don't know if that thing's even still up anymore. It might be. And then I note when I did a update of this book, this article was originally published in the fall of 2005. So here's a principle. Nobody is ever going to brag for you. Even people that you've made millions of dollars for and changed their lives, they're just very unlikely to get up on a soapbox and tell people about you. It just doesn't happen. So if you want people to know what you've done, you best to tell them. So yes, I was, in addition to all the other things I've done, one of the foremost pioneers of internet video on top of everything else. And the proof of it is in the text of this book. And you can also go to, if System Video Blog still exists, you can go there and read it and see when the articles were timestamped. It's a beautiful thing. I hope someday I attract an archivist, a professional archivist, who will go through my stuff and document it. It may never happen. Not everybody that accomplishes and contributes a lot becomes famous. It just doesn't happen. You got to learn to live with that. And let me give you another tip, and then we'll end this and we'll get ready for tomorrow. You don't need to be world famous to be rich. It's not in any way necessary. You just need to be world famous among people who have money to buy the thing that you're selling. And that may mean you're an obscure character indeed. And it's okay. So what's next week? Or not next week. What's tomorrow? Blah, blah, blah. Where are we? Oh, one of my favorite subjects. Round pegs in square holes. And again, if you want this book, it actually exists in real format. You can buy it and hold it in your hands. No batteries necessary. You can read it in the tub without being afraid of dropping it. You can have it by your bedstand. Some people bring it to the bathroom with them. That's up to you. You can read it on the plane. You can read it on the train. You can read it on the beach. And this is a very easy book to get. But in the meantime, I'm going to read it to you. And tomorrow is Round Pegs in Square Holes, one of my favorite subjects.